Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. So basically this is a how does he or she feel about your reading. I'm sorry I'm having to record on Movie Maker for this. Usually I'd record on either my big camera or Mavavi, a software that I use. Mavavi is a piece of shit, been playing up, wrecking all my recordings, which is why I've had to take Gemini down and redo that one for Geminis. Not redo it using the same card, but having to go through the whole bloody thing again, which is a shame because it was recorded. But for any of you guys who've come to this reading and you might be a Gemini moon or rising, or got Gemini somewhere in your chart and you were watching the Gemini reading and it came down, it's come down because the sound is weird on it and I couldn't leave it up, it was just doing my head in. So yeah, I'm having to record. The safest thing at the moment for me to record on is Movie Maker. This is anyway what I use to record client videos anyway. It's perfectly good, perfectly fine. And yeah, we're going to do your reading. So you guys will have seen this reading. It was done last year, September, October time. And I really enjoy it. It's such a nuanced reading, so enjoyable to do. I really love doing this reading. It's also very popular on the website. So yeah, they are actually as personal readings as well, and they were very popular as well in the year. So yeah, we're going to do this reading now. I come back with these readings, this type of reading, once every sort of 3-4 months. The next type of reading of this will be how your ex feels about you, that type of thing. But a lot of people will find that they're looking at this for their exes anyway. So for this reading, we're using the Witch's Tarot. This here, I love this deck by Ellen Dugan. Doreen Virtue, the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue, the Angel Answers, and also Tarot to Go, which is for your clarifiers. These are the two advice decks at the end, and this is the Angel. This is the Hanson Roberts miniature deck. This was something like £5.99 on really cheap on Amazon. So if you want to learn tarot and you want a cheap deck of cards, go there to Amazon for that. We're going to put everything to the side now, and we're going to start doing the reading. What I want you to do, Capricorn, is I want you to think about the person that you want to know how they feel about you. So I don't want you to close your eyes, Capricorn, and I want you just to picture this person's face and think about them as I speak the words. Universe, Spirit, how does this person feel for Capricorn? Universe, Spirit, how does this person feel for Capricorn? What are this person's feelings for Capricorn? First of all, show me who this person is in position 1. In position 2, what are this person's attributes or strengths? In position 3, what are their flaws or weaknesses? In position 5, how do they see Capricorn and how do they feel about them? In position 4, in position 5, how does Capricorn see and feel about this person? In position 6, show me the strengths in Capricorn and this person's relationship. In position 7, show me what the flaws or weaknesses are in the relationship. In position 8, show me the potential for a healthy relationship between Capricorn and this individual. In position 9, show me the overall analysis that you have of this relationship. And in position 10, what is the roadblocks to Capricorn having a successful, happy, healthy relationship with this person? Show me. Alright, so we've shuffled the deck, and now, the picture is clear on this. It won't be as clear as it is when I'm doing the camera, actually recording on the camera, but you can still see the cards quite well. I would record via my bigger camera, but it takes time to convert the video and then upload it, and it's a bigger file, like a gigabyte. This is quicker to upload. So we shuffled the cards, and it's shuffled this way. Alright, now if I were going to lay the cards out this way, you guys would be seeing everything upside down. And I like to be as interactive as I can with the audience. So we turn the cards like this, so you can see what was shuffled and how it came out. So this is who the person is that you're dealing with at the moment, Capricorn, for some of you guys. This is their attributes, this is their flaws. This is how they see and feel about you. This is how you see and feel about them. This is the... This area is the strengths in your relationship. This is the weakness. This area is the potential for a healthy relationship. This is the overall analysis of your relationship. And this is the roadblocks to you having a healthy relationship with this person, okay? Let's just bring this in a little bit so that we can make sure that, you get to see everything on the cards. Because we've got to pull the clarifiers afterwards to try and tie some of these ends in together. So... right now, who is this person that we're looking at? Who are they? Well, they're showing us the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this person is showing us not taking any action. because Eight of Wands reverse means pause. It also means somebody who is inactive. So this person might be blocking you at the moment. They might have blocked you off. This person at the moment with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, it might be that they have shut down their, they've blocked you from Facebook, some form of, Instagram, or so some form of social media platform. It might be that you've called this person, they've ignored your calls, or they've blocked your phone, blocked your number, that type of thing. I think that this person is showing resistance, because Eight of Wands in the reverse is not just blocking people's messages, not responding to messages, that type of thing. The Eight of Wands in the reverse, Capricorn, also shows resistance, and it's resistance to action, because in the upright this is all about all steam ahead. All steam ahead is the Eight of Wands in the upright. In the reverse, this is no steam ahead. This is delayed messages. This is I'm not contacting you. This is I've got no desire to take any action or to be persistent or to show desire. Because Eight of Wands in the upright is all about having that raging desire. It's about somebody who really wants to show that they're interested. This is why these cards are called this card's called the arrows of love. Somebody's shooting the arrows of love at you, and it might be in the reverse. This person's not shooting any arrows of love at all. So I'm seeing great resistance with this individual here in the reversed state of who they are with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I think that they might be quite tired. They seem to be quite lethargic energy-wise with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. It seems like they've digressed or they've pulled back a little bit as well with the Eight of Wands reverse. What is their attributes? What's their strengths? Well, the Three of Wands in the reverse is their strength. So their Three of Wands in the reverse, again, it's a card that says somebody's not contacting someone. Three of Wands in the reverse means you delay. You don't, Three of Wands in the upright is all about, as a strength, Three of Wands in the upright would be somebody who is broadening their horizons. They're communicating with others. They're broadening their network of people with the Three of Wands. But in the reverse, this is somebody who tends not to do that. This person tends to be a little bit more private in the reverse. And I think their strengths are that they don't need... I think their strengths are with this person, they probably don't need a great deal of friends, or they don't need a huge group of people around them. I don't think this person's looking for a huge network of people. It just looks like they're not looking, because their strengths are the Three of Wands in the reverse. So their strengths are they're okay to be on their own, or they're okay to have a small group around them, or they're okay to do things on a sort of a smaller scale rather than a larger scale. This person, I feel that their strength is that because this is the card where you don't see a future in something, so you don't pursue it. So it's almost like this person, if they feel that there isn't a future in something, they tend to draw back, and maybe this is why they're doing what they're doing here, the Eight of Wands in reverse. Both cards in the upright mean contact and communicating, possibly over a wide, over a huge distance as well. With both cards can speak about long distance, but in the reverse there's no long distance going on here. There's an inactivity completely, and this person seems with the Three of Wands in the reverse that their attributes are that they don't need to kind of put things out there. It's almost like they've got there's a certain privacy that this person likes to keep. I'm getting a very sort of private individual showing up here potentially. What is their weaknesses? Well, their weakness is love. Their weakness might be a Gemini individual, Capricorn. Their weakness might be that they're in love with the lover's energy. Their weakness might be a third-party situation. Maybe that's why their attributes are the Three of Wands, that they're not looking. It looks like this person to me is not looking for anything at the moment. It looks like they're not looking for anything else at the moment because their weakness is a relationship. I think this person might already be involved with someone. I don't think they're looking for anything because I think they're already in a relationship, and that's why they seem to not be persistent at the moment. How do they see you and how do they feel about you? Well, they see you as the Eight of Coins, and the Eight of Coins is somebody who is studious, they're hard-working, they're dedicated, they are... I think they see you as dedicated, loyal, somebody who's hard-working, somebody who's tenacious, somebody who is goal-orientated. I think they see you as somebody who's got a goal in this relationship, and they see you as very focused on it. How do they feel about you? They feel the Eight of Coins about you. Now, difficult energy with the Eight of Coins, because you're trouble with the Eight of Coins. If you feel the Eight of Coins with someone, you can either feel that somebody is hard work, because it relates to the element of having to do a lot of hard work, if that makes any sense, Capricorn. So you can feel that somebody, they're a lot of hard work. It might be that you feel like putting the effort in, maybe, with the Eight of Coins. We'll have to see what the clarifiers say. How do you see them and feel about them? Well, you see them as the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I don't think that you see them as your destiny. I don't think that you see them as the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse represents the inability to move forward. So you might see them as somebody who's not making an effort with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You might see them as somebody who's quite stuck, or somebody who's not pushing for something in this situation. You might even also feel the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I think that you might feel like not doing something concerned you, because in effect, we do create our own luck as well with the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is when it's in the upright, this can be changeable energy though in the upright. So how would you see somebody as a Wheel of Fortune if it was in the upright? You'd probably see them as a lucky individual, quite fortunate individual. It might be that you also though see them as changeable, because the Wheel of Fortune goes round and round and round. So 1 minute it's up, 1 minute it's down, and that's in the upright. But in the reverse, I think that the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse suggests an air of stability around this person. Like you see them as the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Maybe you don't see them as being very changeable. Maybe you see them as being stuck. Maybe, I don't think we can attribute words like misfortune or not a fortunate person, that type of thing. I think that would be a bit weird. There's something about what they do that you'd see why you see them as the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I don't think you see them as your destiny though, and you feel the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So you don't feel so lucky concerning this person. I don't think that you feel so lucky concerning this individual showing up here. How do you... Sorry, my phone's going. I'm going to have to turn that off. Because if I don't turn it off, I'll answer it and then I'll forget to cut the video and you'll hear all sorts of mad shit in my conversation. So, what are the strengths in this in this relationship? Well, the strength is the Ten of Coins. The strength is stability. And the strength is, I don't know whether there's been a long-term relationship, but Ten of Coins should be, it's either the strengths are that you guys have a good rapport. Because Ten of Coins, even though on the Witch's Tarot it doesn't show, usually on the Rider-Waite, which is why when you get decks with different pictures on them, sometimes you have to look at what the pictures are. Because on here, there's not a conversation going on. This is a pretty stable family situation. You got mum and dad in the background. You got the grandfather holding the baby to suggest tradition and heritage. You got the dog that suggests loyalty and togetherness. So I feel that the strengths are is that there is some form of loyalty in this relationship. I always look at the pictures on the card because the Ten of Coins on the Rider-Waite can suggest socialising and going to a bar for a drink and that. And this one can suggest just a family situation. So I think the strengths are something to do with some form of loyalty and strength and groundedness is going on in this relationship with that Ten of Coins. I don't know whether you guys have been with this person long term, but I'm getting that there is some form of, maybe there are family connections that is going, maybe there's work, because this can also be a work card. So for some of you Capricorn, it might be that the strengths have something to do with money, because it is a financial card, a money card. It's either to do with money, or it's to do with maybe the home or a house is the strength in the relationship. Maybe there's you own joint property or something like that. It might be that you've got family connections going on here. There's a connection going on here. There's a connection going on here. Or it could be something to do with long-term buildability and a buildable relationship. We'll see what's going on. Quite a confusing reading, I've got to be honest with you so far. We'll see. What is the weakness? Well, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. The weakness in this relationship is the ability to forgive and forget and forgive. Because the Ten of Swords in the reverse talks about letting go. And it talks about forgetting, forgiving and walking away and leaving. You know, just, you don't stay hurt with the Ten of Swords. This in the upright says you're hurt. It says you've been betrayed. It says that, you know, you've got all these knives in your back. So this is about constant pain and sadness. But in the reverse, this would say, well, I'm letting this go. I've overcome it. So but the weakness is you seem to forgive. I think there's forgiveness with this Ten of Swords in the reverse. That's what I think's going on here. This is the weakness in the relationship, which suggests that really you shouldn't be forgiving something here. What is the potential for a healthy relationship? The Two of Wands in the reverse, well, I doubt it, because the Two of Wands in the reverse talks about stagnation and being at an ever present crossroads, and I think that you guys are at a constant crossroads. Also, the potential for a healthy relationship. Well, there's an ever divisive gulf I feel between you and an individual here, which to me says that this relationship the strengths cannot be on the long-term relationship aspect of this, because you've got these going on. And why would you? I mean, this is a good card reverse, so why the hell have we got this being on? And the weakness though, as well, with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, I forgot to say, one of the meanings of the Ten of Swords in the reverse, Capricorn, is when you are delaying an inevitable ending. That's what Ten of Swords in the reverse can be. So it might be that one of the weaknesses in this relationship is delaying an inevitable ending, especially if the strength is something to do with the home, the house, the money. I think it's something to do with money. That is the strength that keeps you strong. The strength in this relationship is something to do with the bricks and mortar or the finances, because the weakness might be that you're delaying an inevitable outcome. I'm seeing ignorance here and avoidance somehow with this Ten of Swords in the reverse, because the potential for a healthy relationship, well, there's no potential. It's a Two of Wands in the reverse. Talks about divisiveness in relationships, ever widening gulfs within relationships, being at a consistent crossroads in a relationship with the Two of Wands in reverse, wondering if one should stay and go, not knowing how to make a decision, resisting making a decision with the Two of Wands in the reverse. So I don't think that there's a potential for a healthy relationship. If you're resisting making a decision here, Capricorn, then maybe there is something in it that could say, well, there could be a potential for a healthy relationship. It just depends what that's based on. What is the overall analysis for you guys of this relationship? Well, the Knight of Cups, which could tie in with this, especially if this is saying maybe the weakness isn't delays. Maybe this is that you just can't, maybe the weakness is you consistently forgiving each other. I think the weakness is that it's been difficult to let go with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, because the strength might be there for, we could read, well, there is something quite strong and secure. You've built some form of foundation. I think that now when I look at it, you have built a foundation with this situation, with this person, Ten of Pentacles, and that's why the weakness is the inability to let go with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay, when I say to let go, I mean to delay, consistently putting things off, putting off an ending here. Because I think that the potential for a healthy relationship, well, I'm seeing here that you're actually at some form of a crossroads, a consistent crossroads. Should I stay? Should I go? Yes, no, maybe, maybe not. And the overall analysis is that this relationship is the Knight of Cups. There is still tenderness here. There is still love. And when you look at the card, for me, the Knight of Cups is all about the fantasy. It's all about the dream, because the Knight of Cups cards represent people who are dreamers. So this can be a card that will show up and it will say, well, you have the fantasy of love. You've got the romantic thoughts. You've got the romantic thoughts of running into the sunset with an individual. That's what a Knight of Cups is. Knight of Cups is all about the fantasy and the dream, and the the fantasy, the dream, the romanticism of a situation. So this is your relationship, I think is the territory, because Knight of Cups is a difficult card to even kind of pin down to a relationship. You can't build a relationship on Knight of Cups. It wouldn't make any sense. How could anybody build a relationship on a Knight of Cups energy? Because Knight of Cups energy is to do with expression of love, opening one's heart, telling somebody that you like them, taking them out to dinner, inviting them to love. But how long does that last for? It doesn't always last. I don't see anyone that can build a relationship built on a Knight of Cups energy. And the analysis is that this is a fantasy relationship for me with the Knight of Cups energy. This is somewhat of a dream state. That there's a desire here. There is a desire to follow one's heart. I think that the analysis is that you guys right now, it's all about following your heart. But are you following the realism, whatever it is? What is the obstacles to you having a healthy relationship? Well, the King of Pentacles is the obstacle. Capricorn, that could be you. It could be the other person. The other person might be an earth sign. Or it could be building a solid foundation is the obstacle. Because the King of Pentacles is all about building a strong, solid foundation and working towards building that. It could be a person that is an obstacle to you. It might be somebody else. It might be, are you involved with anyone else? Is this person involved with anyone else? We're going to get some clarifiers on this reading and see if we can try and drill down into perhaps what's going on in this reading. So I want to see why this person is the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So let's just get the cards out. So, Universe Spirit, why is the person that Capricorn is thinking of as being the Eight of Wands in the reverse? Why is this person showing in two cards as being the Eight of Wands reverse? Show me. Right, so I think that this person's being deceptive with a Page of Pentacles. I think this person might be being deceptive with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or they might be being deceptive with somebody who's younger. Alright, I'm seeing a character here. I think this person's being deceptive and they're talking to someone else. I think the Seven of Swords is a deception card. I think you've got someone around. I think that they're not contacting you, the Eight of Wands. I think that they're showing reticence here. I think they're blocking you, or they're not contacting you, or they're being very slow in terms of messaging, communicating with you, Capricorn, because I think they're being deceptive with another individual here. Their attributes or strengths are the Three of Wands in the reverse. And why is this person's strengths the Three of Wands in the reverse in two cards? because the Nine of Wands. I think that they're on the precipice of something, or they're very close to the World in the reverse. Okay, so I think what's happening with this person is that this person doesn't look outside of themselves, not until, because the Nine of Rods means anxiety, and it also means when you're very close to a solution, or there is a certain energy of intensity, like feeling really, really tense is the Nine of Rods. And this person feels very, very intense because the world is reversed. There's an open issue here. There is a non-resolution, and this person is very kind of feeling tense because something hasn't been resolved. And that's why they're not willing to look outside of themselves. So it's almost like, it's really weird because we're getting two energies here. I think that in one way, and this is why I like these readings, that they're so nuanced. It's not just that, a lot of readers I find that when I've used to, before I started reading tarot, and I used to go on the phones and ask about my life. This is how I got into it, because I used to think they were really shit, because they were just kind of like, they were too one-dimensional. But then I can understand it, because they've only got a certain amount of time, and all they can do is just say, well, this, and this. But I always found that as a tarot reader, I never really wanted to just do this, and this. It just didn't feel right to me just to say, well, this is this to the client, and that is that to the client. I wanted to be able to look into the real nuance, because people are nuanced. People are nuanced. I think that this person, their strengths are they don't need to look out. This is not an attention seeker. I don't think that this is an attention. He or she doesn't look like an attention seeker to me, because that Three of Wands is reversed. To me, the Three of Wands in the reverse becomes closer. There's a closer energy. It's an energy about, well, I'm not putting myself out there. I'd rather kind of be a bit more private or draw back a little bit. And I think that this person is their strengths are that they don't need to look outside of themselves, not until they've resolved a situation. So it's almost like, I don't know whether it's really weird, but there is something going on, because there's a Seven of Wands here, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is all about deceptive energy, and there's a court card sitting here. So I think there's a deception. This person might be kind of checking out a Page of Pentacles. I don't think they've done anything as such, but it looks like they're checking somebody else out here in this area, which is why they seem to be holding back here. Perhaps not contacting you, Capricorn, if this resonates with you, because it looks like they are kind of trying to find out, or maybe, they're messing, they're being a bit underhanded, I think, with the Seven of Swords energy here. Or it might be that they're being underhanded, maybe it's something to do with finances, for example, with that Page of Coins. Page of Coins can be about money shortage, so maybe they're being deceptive about a financial issue with the Page of Coins, which is why they're not contacting you. It could either be there's a person around them, or maybe this is a financial issue, okay, because they're strengths are they're not looking. I think if it's anyone else, they're kind of doing a bit of I think they're checking somebody else out, but I think their attributes are that they're really not looking outside of themselves, not until they get an issue sorted, because this person's on edge with the Nine of Rods because the world is reversed. So for me, this person's on edge because something they've not received closure. World in the reverse means that no closure. You haven't got your closure. You've not closed something down. It's a lack of closure that this person's, and they're not willing. I just don't see them as a cheat or anything, because I don't think that they would do it, not unless they fully got closure on a matter here. Because as a result of that, because they're the Eight of Wands, I think that they're holding back. Do you know what I think this is actually? When I think about it, I tell you what I think. No. I think that they're not. The Eight of Wands in the reverse, I don't see that this is you. I think that this is somebody who's not. I think that this person is trying to get some closure with you, Capricorn, and that's why the Eight of Wands, they're the Eight of Wands in the reverse. They tend to hold back. They're not sending messages. They're not communicating, because the Seven of Swords and the Page. So it could be, well, they're not kind of going out there trying to drum up business for other lovers, maybe, but then it doesn't say that they don't want to do that. I'll work that one out in a minute, because I don't know why there's two kind of contrasting energies going on here that don't make sense to me, how they work. Why is this person's weakness the Lovers in 2 cards? Why is this person's weakness the Lovers in 2 cards? The Two of Coins and the Six of Wands. Well, I think that this person's definitely, they like attention. I think that this person possibly is a bit of a player. Two of Coins can show a player. So a player, for example, that likes attention with the Six of Rods. So I never thought that this person would be a player. Though. They didn't come across as that. But their weakness is love. And I think that with this Two of Pentacles, this person likes to kind of juggle a couple of relationships maybe at the same time. This looks like somebody who likes to juggle relationships and get attention with that Six of Wands. Six of Wands is an attention whore. Usually it looks to me like this person likes juggling relationships and getting attention. See, Two of Pentacles can also be weighing up the matter. I think they are pursuing a commitment here, Ace of Coins, because the Six of Wands means to pursue and the Ace of Coins is commitment. So I think that this is more about this person is... I don't think that they're jostling relationships. I think that they're toying with the idea of different people. Because I think that this person wants to achieve a commitment. I think they want a commitment. And I think that their weakness is the lovers being in love, falling in love, maybe with different people. Because I do feel that with this Two of Coins, that they're forever kind of jostling with different people or different options. Two of Coins can mean different options. And I think this person's jostling with different options because what they want to pursue a commitment with someone with that Ace of Coins energy showing there. Okay, so I think this person wants to pursue a commitment, and this is why I think their weakness is love, because I think they're always looking for the perfect relationship. I think that this person might be looking for the perfect relationship, and that's why their attributes are the Three of Wands in the reverse. They're not looking to, they're not looking outside. They're not looking to get a great network of people. This person might not even do much online dating or anything like that. But I think that the attributes are with this person. The strengths are that I don't feel that they need to kind of push themselves out there. But it's only because they're waiting for closure. It's a really weird reading, actually. Other readings flow better for me, but I think this person's waiting for closure, and that's why they're not putting themselves out there. I think Three of Wands in reverse, their strengths are they're not putting themselves out there because they're waiting for closure from you. It might be waiting for a divorce, it might be waiting for anything, but they're waiting for some closure from you. And that's what their strengths are as an individual. Because their weakness is love. Their weakness is, I want to fall in love. I want to find the soulmate. And that's because I think that, the Two of Pentacles, they've been kind of weighing up. They might have been weighing up, or they've been kind of jostling a couple of relationships because they've been trying to find a commitment. I think they've been trying to find a commitment, and I think their weakness is falling in love and wanting to find love and wanting to find that perfect relationship. Because I think that they have toyed with other options and they've said, I'm really looking for the perfect person for me. And that's why they're the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, I think that they've not been contacting some of you Capricorns, to be perfectly honest with you, Capricorn. I think they've not been contacting you because they have been kind of looking around at others. I think this person's been with this Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords isn't just, we can't just use the word deception with it. It's also this person's kind of been doing a little bit of rooting around. Probably, like, if you look at this card here, look how it looks back at the Page of Coins. Can you see that? I don't know whether you guys can see it. Look. Can you see how he's looking back? He's giving a sly look. He's being sly. So I think this person is being a little bit sly around another individual. I think they're checking somebody else out personally with those cards. I think this person's not contacting you as much because I think they're checking someone out. And that's because their weakness is love. They want to find that perfect union. Because they've been kind of playing their field a little bit with the Two of Coins in the hope with the Six of Wands that they're going to land a commitment with someone. But I think to their credit, they don't go fully out with that Three of Wands. So they don't really go out and start seeing someone completely new, I feel, because not until they've cleared up or they've got some closure with the old relationship, if that makes any sense, Capricorn. They see and feel about you the Eight of Coins. Why does this person see and feel about Capricorn the Eight of Coins in two cards? Show me. Well, Death is the ending card or transition. Showing stars, so no, it's good. You've got Death and the Stars, so this is like an ending, has brought in something really positive. So an ending has been, this is a transformation. So there's a transformation to something positive. There's a positive transformation, positive transformation. So I think that they see you as the Eight of Coins, working hard, applying yourself to them. Because I think that they see you as wanting a positive transformation through all of your hard work and tenacity and focus. They feel the Eight of Coins about you. They'd like to work on you, I feel here, Capricorn. I think this person would like to dedicate time towards you because they too see that if they put the hard work in, there could be a transformation, and this transformation could bring some positive energy in with this positive, successful energy with the star energy. Okay, so I think that they feel the same as you. I think this person would like to work on something with you. I feel that they would. If they could I think that they're thinking, well, if I could put the hard work in, Capricorn looks like they want to put the hard work in, and if I could put it in, yeah, I agree, we could have some positive transformations here. But you see and feel about them the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and why does Capricorn see and feel about this person, the Wheel of Fortune reverse? Show me. Well, the Hangman, there you go. So this is somebody who's stuck in limbo. Oh my God, you'll never guess what. Look, Wheel of Fortune in this one came up reversed as well. What the fuck? Oh my God, look. See that, Capricorn? It came out again. It's on the card. This is the main card for how you see this person as the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And it's clarified by the bloody same card in the same position. They're not doing anything, and because they're not doing anything with the Hanged Man, it's not bringing you any changes. So you see them as a bit of a bullshitter, really, don't you? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So, you know, it's almost like this person said to you, Capricorn, they said, look, you know, I know that you want to work hard in the relationship, and I know that if I put hard work in this relationship, we could really come to some, you know, we could have a bright future together. With this transformation period, it could bring something really good in. It could bring something really positive. It could bring in an achievement. It could bring in our desires. So this transformation, you know, if we worked hard, this transformation could bring something really positive to us. It really, really could. And you're saying, yeah, I would like to. And they're saying, yeah, I would like to too. But you're saying with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, you see them as a Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You say, but you don't do anything. You actually don't do fuck all, do you? That's how you see them. You see them as not doing fuck all. Because they sit back, they say all of this. I think that this person says all of this, Capricorn, but when it comes to it, they don't actually do it. Because they're the Hanged Man. You see them as that because of the Hanged Man. And this is somebody who does nothing. They put their hands behind their back and they're quite happy just to sit there. And because they do nothing with the Hanged Man, they get nothing with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So if they don't do anything, they're not going to get any changes, are they? And that's the problem. And you feel the Wheel of Fortune for them because they're not making any effort. They say that they want to put effort in, but it's all talk because they don't put the effort in. That's the problem. That is the problem. This person's some really complex dude. I mean, they're really complex. They really are. I think this is one of probably the most complex individual I've seen. Your strengths in this relationship are the Ten of Coins. And why is the strengths in this relationship the Ten of Coins in two cards? Queen of Cups energy is about compassion and love and care and support. And the Six of Pentacles. So I feel that there is stability. I think that the strength in your relationship is the potential, is the ability to I think it's something, I don't know what this is, because we've got the Queen of Cups here, Capricorn, and the Queen of Cups is all about an open heart. So somebody's heart is open, and I think that somebody's heart with this Queen of Cups energy, I'm not reading it as a person, I'm reading it as an energy. The Queen of Cups energy is somebody who's very receptive when she's in the upright. She's very open. In the reverse, she's not open, she's resentful, she's shut down. But in the upright, she's open, she's honest, she's receptive, and I think that you are receptive to receiving in this relationship. Giving, now I'll use the term giving and receiving with this relationship. Okay, so we do have two money cards here. Okay, so it might be because the Queen of Cups it's one of the most difficult cards to read in the tarot, because the Queen of Cups as a person is she's very intuitive. She's very intuitive, so I don't know whether the strengths in this relationship has been anything to do with property matters or anything like that. I don't know whether this is about intuitiveness and a deep sense of knowing. I don't know whether there's anything to do with money issues going on here at all. Could be something like that, but I've filmed in the main that the Ten of Coins in terms of love is all about a strong relationship that has values. And I think that there is, in this relationship, the strengths are something of value. Something of real value with this Ten of Coins in the upright. I think there is real value, and there is something that has been valued in this relationship. Could be the strengths are that this was a long-term relationship here, because the situation is about the Queen of Cups. There is compassion, I feel, that has been done in this relationship. I think there's been a great deal of compassion and a great deal of giving and receiving within this relationship. Compassion, giving and receiving with the Six of Coins. And I don't just mean love, I mean gifts. I mean literally material thing. I think that there has been love and giving and material things and presents and gifts and all of that type of thing that at some point showed that both of you guys cared. So I don't feel it was just an emotional thing. I think you literally physically gave to each other. I think there was a lot of kindness, a lot of generosity, because the Six of Coins is a generosity card. So, and also the Queen of Cups is all about our emotional spirit. So I think that there was a generosity with the Six of Pentacles of spirit with the Queen of Cups, a real compassion and generosity of compassion and spirit, and that's what brought in the strength, the security and the stability, the strong foundation. I'm seeing that the strengths are a strong foundation was built within this relationship. I feel with this Ten of Coins, because I think there was a generosity of spirit in this relationship. But your weakness is the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and let's have a look at why the weakness is the Ten of Swords in the reverse for this reading, Capricorn. Oh my God, you've got the Ten of Coins again. Whoa, what is going on? This is incredible. I'm feeling getting chills at the minute, because the Ten of Coins, which is the stable relationship here, and the Eight of Coins has taken a lot of hard work. So I think that with this Ten of Coins, with this building this stable relationship, you guys have really invested. You've put a lot of hard work and effort, and this is why I feel the weakness is forgiveness, but it's showing as a weakness. You see the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I think the Ten of Swords in the reverse is the weakness, and it's the inability to give up. It's the inability to let go. It's delaying the inevitable, because I feel that in this relationship, the Ten of Coins, you guys still want to work. You still want to put, one of you, if it's not both of you, it might be you, because, and this is why it's showing as a weakness. Because this person here, you see this person as the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Capricorn. You see them as not doing anything. They speak all the blarney. Of course they do. They say, look, if we both put the hard work in, if we both did this, if we both do that, you know what? Who knows what we could achieve in this area? Who knows what we could achieve? We could achieve greatness. We really could. We could heal this thing. Because we have the transformation card of the death card, and it's this phase, the ending of the one phase is leading into a new phase, and the new phase is the star, hope, renewal. So this death is now transforming. So through hard work, you're seeing a transformation, Capricorn, in terms of the star. So you're seeing this relationship transforming it's renewing itself. It's healing itself. I'm seeing the transformative energies through the death card being healing with the star. So you guys feel that you could heal this if you put the work in. But where is this person's work? Because you see them as the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You say you want this, but where is it? What are you doing about it? You're doing nothing. Which is because you sit on the fence, Hanged Man. You do nothing, and that's why there is no change here. Because you do nothing. You talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk. So I think that we're looking at somebody who talks the talk, Capricorn, but they don't walk the walk. And that's the problem. And therefore it must be that the weakness is yours. Because your weakness is forgiveness, Ten of Swords. Ignorance, Ten of Swords. Avoidance, Ten of Swords in the reverse. Ignoring the inevitable. That maybe, just maybe, you got to think about this. And it's all because you have invested so much to build this relationship, and you know that building this relationship, to you, you're saying, well, it's because of the relationship. We built strength. We built something. Money. It's not all about money all the time. We've got 2 money cards. We've got 2 money, so it might be something to do with the money. Okay? It might be something to do with finances. The home finances, the money in the home. One in which somebody has worked towards this, because you've got an 8 here and a 10. So somebody has worked towards building this. So the weakness is you're not willing to give up. Ten of Swords in the reverse can say not just that you overcome hurt, but also that you delay an inevitable, a painful parting. You delay a painful separation. And I think it's because you've put a lot of work into building this. Some of you guys are not willing to give up on something so easy because you know how much it took. And because the strengths are there has been a generosity of spirit in this relationship. Some of you guys have worked hard on building a beautiful home. You spent a lot of money on the home. You've spent your life savings on the home. You say, why the fuck should I give all of this up? Why should I? Yeah, the hubby or the boyfriend or whatever, or the girlfriend or whatever, has said, we'll put it in and we'll transform, we'll heal this relationship. But in your mind, you're saying, what the fuck? This person doesn't actually put the... They say it, but they don't do it. They say it, but they don't do it. Why is the potential for a healthy relationship between Capricorn and this person the Two of Wands in the reverse? Why is the potential for a healthy relationship between Capricorn and this person the Two of Wands in the reverse? Show me. because the King of Rods, and that's probably the person that we're looking at, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy potentially, and the Eight of Rods. Okay, so this person might do a lot of travelling. So it might be the potential to have a healthy relationship. The Two of Wands is that this is at a sticking point right now. This is a kind of 50-50 situation. It might be because this person does a lot of travelling with the King of Rods. Because the King of Rods can be a businessman, businesswoman. This can be somebody who works as a mentor. This is somebody who works creatively. I get the impression, and the Eight of Rods is about travel. So it might be that this person travels quite a bit. It might be you don't see there's a distance between you and this individual, which is why the potential to have a healthy relationship is difficult with this Two of Wands, because your relationship is, there's an ever widening gulf between you and someone. So for some of you guys, you might say, well, why aren't we spending more time together? You're always out doing this, you're always off doing that. What's going on? The analysis, the final analysis of your relationship stroke outcome is the Knight of Cups. And what's the reason for the final analysis stroke outcome for this relationship between Capricorn and this individual? The Knight of Cups. Because the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So you got a Nine of Cups. They're good cards. They're very good cards. I think that, you know, I'm not going to read this as another individual. I could be tempted to Capricorn, but I don't read all court cards as people. That's one thing I just never do. I learned a lesson about doing that years ago. When I started doing personal reading years ago, I read for a lady and she had kings all over, and I was explaining. She was like, what are you talking about? I don't have all of these people in my life, she said. You know? So you can't always read a king or a queen as a person, as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes you read it as someone, and sometimes you don't. It's either two ways, that the overall analysis is this relationship is not as stable as you think it is. Yes, Knight of Cups is a nice energy, but it is also somebody who can be flaky as well in the tarot. So it might be that you'll do, you know, the overall analysis is, well, it's a nice romantic relationship, because a great passion brings happiness. There is satisfaction in terms of great passion. It might be that this person with the Knight of Cups can only offer you a certain amount of things. Maybe there's somebody else that's making them happy, for example, because Queen of Rods here could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, bringing great happiness with the Knight of Cups, bringing great satisfaction. It might be somebody else. But it also could be sex and passion. Queen of Wands represents great passion and great sex within a relationship, bringing satisfaction. And it might be that the overall analysis is that you've got a great romantic relationship with that Knight of Cups. You know, because great passion in the relationship does bring a certain amount of satisfaction. You've got two pleasure cards here as well, two sensual cards with the Nine of Cups sitting in there. Okay. And the final overall block to having a healthy relationship with this person is the King of Pentacles. Let's have a look in two cards why. The Four of Coins. Okay, so I think it's money for some of you guys potentially is the obstacle in this relationship, because somebody is determined to hold on to this, but it's for their own means. Because the Four of Coins means, for, you know, I want to hold on to my, you know, to my money, to what I have, because of the Four of Rods. Okay, so it might be that money, holding on to the financial aspect of the relationship, makes this person feel happy with the Four of Rods. This can also be a stable, relaxed. You've got two fours here, so it's all about stability and security. All right, and the obstacles of the King of Pentacles. There could be something financial here. It could be a financial thing that's the obstacle to you guys having a happy, especially when you look at these cards here, the unwillingness to let go of the situation because somebody's worked really hard. And they are money cards as well, so somebody's worked really hard to build up the, you know, the family, the money, the bricks and mortar, the home. So I think that because of the material aspects that I'm looking at, and they really seem to be jumping out to me. Some of you guys, it might be that you're in something with someone and it's money based. I just get, for some of you guys, it might be a money based thing. You know, let's go through this reading again. The person that you're asking about, well, they might be not contacting you, or they might be not as excitable or enthusiastic with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. They might be holding back a little bit here. There might be delayed messages from this personal communication. I think it's because they're kind of checking out somebody else. I think, or they're being deceptive about finances. It's one of the two. Page of Pentacles is about money, financial, or this is about a new venture. this could also be a person, another person. So it's either that they're being deceptive, it could be some business, or it could be potentially there's a deception going on. They're looking, they're checking out something, but it's only like, it looks to me like it's a little glance or something. So this person I think that this person here, whatever the case is, whether it's money or a person, Capricorn, I think that the reason that this person may be a little bit reticent with you is because this person's got a distraction. I'm seeing that this person is distracted. But I think that their strengths are they're not really looking out for anything else, because the Nine of Rods and the World card, the situation is they would be feeling they'd be on their guard, they'd be very, very anxious with the World in the reverse, especially when something is still open. Something's not being closed down, the relationship's not being closed down, so they don't look for anywhere else, because not until with that Nine of Wands, not until they're able to close the situation down, because the World is reversed. So this is there's still unfinished business here, and this person is very much on their guard. They're very much close to, they're very agitated, or there's some form of heat or some form of kind of agitation concerning something that's been unfinished. And it looks to me like not until they've got closure on a matter here would they be willing to fully look outside of themselves for anything else. And I think it's because their weakness is love. I think their weakness is love. But I feel that it might be that, the weakness could be you. The weakness could be with the love energy, that this person, the reason that their weakness is the Lovers, which is a strong union, is because they've been juggling things. And I think that they've been juggling things successfully, perhaps because they are committed. So this person might simply be committed to you, and they might have been trying to juggle this, that and the other in order to compensate for that. And I think that this person sees you as the Eight of Coins, somebody who works really hard in this relationship, because you want a positive transformation, and therefore they feel the Eight of Coins because they want a positive. So they feel that they want to put some effort in because they want a positive transformation with you, Capricorn. But you don't see them doing it. That's the thing, Wheel of Fortune reverse. You don't see them as putting any effort in with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, because they seem to do nothing with the Hanged Man, and that's why they don't encourage any change. And you feel like you can't be bothered to put the effort in because they're not doing anything. They're not making the effort with you with these two cards. I think the strengths are you do have a strong, stable foundation to a certain extent here, and I feel that you have I think that you have emotionally invested with this Queen of Cups, because this Six of Coins is all about investment as well. So I think there is an emotional investment here, and I also feel that there is a generosity in the spirit. There is a generosity of understanding here that goes along with these cards, and compassion to a certain extent. But I feel the weakness is the forgiveness card of the Ten of Swords in the reverse, or avoiding confrontation with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, avoiding, just delaying anything that you're worried about. For example, I'm not saying to end. I don't think this is all about an ending or anything like that, but I certainly feel that there is the avoidance of something here with this Ten of Swords in reverse, and I think it's because you've worked really hard to try and build this relationship for some of you Capricorns, and it's, well, why would I let this go? I've worked really hard to maintain it. But I think that the potential for a healthy relationship is that the gulf is widening between you and this individual, because I think that this individual, who is a King of Wands, I think that this is either a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or potentially an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I think that this person might not be around very much. There might be a great deal of distance between you and this person, or it might be that this person travels a lot, that type of thing, and it just seems a widening gulf between you and this individual. I don't think there's a third party. I think that this person might be a little bit of they might be doing some form of kind of looking around, though. This is the thing. I think that this person gets distracted. It might be if they're on business trips, they tend to get distracted. But I think that the final analysis of your relationship is the Knight of Cups. There is romance here. There is definitely romance still alive, well, and kicking in this relationship with that Knight of Cups energy. Because I feel with this Queen of Rods energy, this is all about you guys having great passion that seems to satisfy the relationship. So I feel that there is definitely romance still here for you guys. But I feel that the obstacles to this being a healthy relationship is about the money, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is always trying to maintain a secure environment. So I think that this King of Wands is the same as the King of Pentacles. I think that the obstacles is that this person's always thinking about the money, and they're always thinking about trying to maintain the home life, the relationship, that type of thing. Because I think that this person needs security with the Four of Coins, financial security, maybe in order to uphold the family home or to uphold a nice lifestyle with the Four of Rods energy. This person's looking for a secure living space. They want security in their living environment. But I almost feel like I'm talking to people who are kind of possibly 30 plus or 40 plus, people that have been in long-term relationships and their partners aren't always around, and that I just feel like I'm talking to people like that in this reading. I just feel that this doesn't look too bad to me, but it does look like some of you guys might be feeling neglected. I think that some of you guys are feeling neglected in a relationship because the partner isn't always around. It looks like they're always busy trying to make money or do something, and at the same time they seem to get distracted by other things. Let's have a look at what the advice cards are saying. So let's have a look at the romance angels. Universe Spirit, what is the advice from the romance angels that you have for Capricorn on this reading? What is the advice? Show me. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So some of you guys, if it's not that serious, just go out and flirt. And for some of you guys, try and reignite the passion if you can in the relationship by flirting, getting their interest that way. And the final cards for advice is the Angel Answers, Doreen Virtue, Radley Valentine. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Capricorn in this particular deck? Yeah, forgiveness again. This is coming up a lot for people. Yeah, it's just about forgiveness. So flirt and forgive, okay? It just looks to me like some of you aren't getting what you feel a little bit neglected. This person seems to be... I think that this is about you here, okay? So I think that they've been trying to do a balancing act here, okay? In order to achieve, building this relationship. The Six of Rods is all about achievement, and this is about building strong-term, longer-term relationships, okay? Because they're pursuing this with you, I feel, and I think they've been juggling a lot because they are pursuing it with you. I think this is not as bad as you think for some of you guys. For some of you guys, it might be worse. But I do feel that this person does get distracted. Okay, I think that they do get distracted. They might get distracted by making money with the Page of Pentacles energy, because Page of Pentacles is all about making money. They might get distracted by a younger female or male, for example. But I don't think it lasts long, because I think that what it is you can trust. I think for some of you guys, you can trust this person, because their attributes are they're not looking outside Three of Wands. They're really not looking to contact this, that, and the other. And it's because the Nine of Rods and the World card, okay? They are very, very... very, very self-aware that this world in the reverse, the relationship's still very, very much alive. It's still very much alive. It's not over for this individual. It's just that they don't put the effort in. Maybe they don't put the effort in because the blockages are they're always focusing on working, business, that type of thing. Very interesting reading. Alright, that's your reading, Capricorn. Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.